Greetings, Spirit Tribe. Welcome back to Spiritual Moral Boost with Mbuya Banda, your sacred space for wisdom, guidance, and ancestral connection. To my Spirit Tribe, you are not just an audience, you are a collective of souls journeying through life, seeking understanding and embracing your spiritual power. Together, we uncover the hidden messages of our ancestors and rise above the challenges that life throws our way. This space is for everyone who feels the pull of something greater, the call to align with their purpose, and the desire to awaken their spiritual being. Before we dive in, I would like to remind you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Let's grow this community together and continue sharing wisdom, guidance, and light. By engaging with this content, you are not just supporting me, you are helping others on their journey of spiritual awakening. Together we rise. As we embark on today's journey, I invite you to sit back, open your spiritual ears, and let the wisdom of our ancestors flow through us. In my previous video, I shared a few signs that might indicate you have a calling, and many people asked me the question, what next? Spirit Tribe, answer your calling. Before I even understood that I had a calling, my life was already marked by signs and experiences I couldn't explain. I didn't realize I was on a spiritual path because I wasn't consciously looking for it. I went through life thinking everything was normal until my ancestors decided it was time for me to wake up. The moment I understood how serious my calling was came through a dream that changed my life. In my dream, my phone kept ringing. It was an unknown caller and I kept hanging up because I thought the message wasn't meant for me. Over the years, the same unknown caller kept calling and each time I hung up. But the third time the call came, everything changed. When the phone rang, all the buttons disappeared except for the green one to answer. I couldn't hang up. I couldn't ignore the call anymore. Frustrated, I went to a repair shop, hoping to fix the issue. But even they couldn't help me. They simply said, "There's nothing we can do. You'll have to answer the call." Reluctantly, I pressed the green button, and the moment I did, it was as though my spirit awakened. That dream wasn't just about a phone call. It was my ancestors showing me that they had been calling for years, patiently waiting. They had tolerated my ignorance for long enough, and now it was time to act. Playtime was over. This dream symbolizes what many people experience with their calling. You might feel signs tugging at your spirit, but you ignore them, thinking it's a coincidence or your imagination. But when it's time, your ancestors, spirits, guides, or higher power will make sure you listen. I know some of you might be wondering, how do you answer this calling? Where do you even start? What do you even say? First things first, acceptance. It starts with acknowledging the signs and realizing that the calling is real. For me, it was understanding that my ancestors were not going to stop calling until I answered. And when I did answer that call, they never hung up till today. They're still on the other end of the line, communicating with me. Secondly, you need to trust the process. Just like I had to trust what my dream was telling me, you have to trust the guidance you are receiving, even when it feels unclear. You may find yourself drawn to spiritual practices or mentors you never imagined. I was directed to my mentor through a dream, and she was someone I had never met. And imagine having to look for someone you don't even know. You don't know their name, You don't know anything. You've been shown the person in your dream. I know I was like, this is Mission Impossible. Where do I even start? Funny thing, one of her videos popped up on YouTube and I was like, oh my word, this is the person I'm looking for. I had never seen something like this before. It was all new to me. So I had doubts. And I was like, okay, I'll wait a bit. I need another sign. I need something. And then apparently, a few months later, this Mkulu posted something. And I asked my ancestors for that thing she had asked for. And that's when I got the second confirmation that that's the person you're supposed to go to. And she started training me. She became my mentor throughout the whole initiation process with the guidance of my ancestors. She is Moholo Makosi Amakhulu Hlokolo, the best mentor my ancestors could ever send me to. Thirdly, you need to take action. Once you've answered, it's time to start walking the path. It's not just about accepting your calling. It's about actively living it. For me, that meant embracing my role as a traditional healer and beginning to serve others through my spiritual work. We are all called for a purpose spirit tribe, whether we realize it or not. Some of us are called to be healers, some to guide, and others to create change in different ways. If you are feeling lost or unsure, look within and pay attention to the signs around you. You might be ignoring your phone call, thinking it's not meant for you, but trust me, when your spirit is ready, you won't be able to hang up. I know answering your calling isn't easy, but it's worth it. It connects you to your higher purpose, aligns you with your ancestors, and allows you to live a life of meaning and fulfillment. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Embrace the path that's meant for you. So you can ignore the call for a while, but eventually your spirit will demand that you pick up. That's it from me for today. If you're ready to explore your spiritual journey further or need guidance, you can find me on YouTube at Spiritual Moral Boost with Mbuya Banda, where I share insights and tools to help you awaken your calling and align with your purpose. Ndawe.